Mae Muller. Hi there.
Instead I wrote a song about how you did me wrong. I could have cried at home and spent the night.
Hi Bart, how are you?
I'm doing fine, but how are you doing? Because you've been in the Eurovision storm for a few months now. How is it going?
It is amazing. It's a whirlwind, but I'm taking it day by day, and the closer we get, the more excited I get, really. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. How did your song become a Eurovision song?
So it's actually it was kind of felt like fate a little bit. So I think it was January, I went into the studio and I had this idea, and I basically wrote the song before knowing about Eurovision, or, before the conversation had happened. And then literally 3 days after I'd written it, I got a call from my management, and they were like, how do you feel about Eurovision? And I was like, I feel like I've just written a Eurovision banger. Like, this is so weird that now this is happening. And, the Eurovision team apparently had heard it and liked it. So it just kind of happened really organically and kind of domino affected from there. But I knew about it for a while, so it was hard to keep it a secret, for sure.
And did you expect it to happen? Did you have any ambition to join the Eurovision?
I don't think I was expecting it, just because, from watching it, and it's such a extravaganza, and watching it from a fan point of view, it's quite hard to put yourself in that. So I wasn't expecting it, but it was like the best sort of surprise. And the second that it was on the table, I was like, I'm 100% in, and I could really kind of envision myself doing it.
Yeah. You're from London. You grew up in the zeros. I can imagine listening to the music of let's say Adele or Amy Winehouse, but I also hear a lot of Lily Allen in your music. Am I right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. Lily Allen was kind of like my main source of inspiration and like my kind of writing hero. Her first album, All Right Still, was a huge reason as to why I even got into music in the first place. I've just always admired and loved her honesty and the way, she's sort of tells a story. And yeah, I found it very inspiring, and I kind of wanted to do what she did.
Is that her way of writing, being as honest as possible?
Yeah, I think it's you can tell she's an authentic, and I think for me, songs are just like little stories, and they can be so personal. And I loved how visual her music was. So I just really, that's kind of what I wanted for my music. I wanted people to close their eyes, and I wanted them to be able to really see it.
Yeah. I can imagine. Exactly a year ago, Sam Ryder was in your shoes at this very moment. The UK is hosting Eurovision now. What is the Eurovision fever like in the UK as we speak?
Honestly, the energy is insane. It feels like really exciting. I feel that the tides are changing in the UK, especially by, the way people are looking at Eurovision. And I think it's about time. I feel like Sam really, really helped with that, and it
opened doors.
He did. And I feel really honored that he sort of handed me the baton and kind of paved the way again. And I think the future of Eurovision in the UK from now will be it will look quite different, I think, from what it has done, but in a really good way.
Did you meet Sam Ryder yet? Did you get any advice from him?
Yeah, he was kind enough to. He sent me some messages on Instagram, and he sent me a nice voice note, and he was just like, "You're gonna smash it," And he said, just take each day as it comes and just enjoy it, because it will go so quickly.
Yeah,
it's such a whirlwind, but just try and take each step as it comes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to focus on what's in front of me and just enjoy each day.
What's with the fingernails, Mae? Yours are about 5 centimeters. I've seen Lorene's got long fingernails. What's with the fingernails this year?
Mine are very tame.
They're shorter now, yeah. But I've seen interviews. about this long?
Do you know what? For me, they just make me feel like powerful, and I feel like it doesn't like it can like whatever I'm saying, it just like just gives it that extra oomph, you know.
Yeah.
And it's another way you can express yourself. It's fun.
I like the spoken word in the song, about 2/3 of the song.
Look into my eyes, she's feeling good, she feels alive. So don't you call my phone tonight. No lie, got a kick telling the world just what you did. I'm better now, I burn the bridge, raising a glass, taking a sip.
Do you still know when you wrote it?
Yes, so that actually we put that in after, because when I found out that I was doing Eurovision, I kind of put my Eurovision hat on, and I thought, you know, I would quite like to add something that allows me to have an intimate moment almost with the people watching, because, you know, I know that there are, you know, almost 200 million people going to be watching, so I thought that would be a nice moment to just speak directly to them and sort of have like just like a conversation really, and it just be very direct, and I thought that could work really nicely. So I went back into the studio, we rewrote it like 5 or 6 times, but I'm really happy with how it came out, and I think it really adds like a nice little extra.
I heard that one of your mottos is, what's the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen?
What is the worst that can happen? Honestly, that is a good question. I mean, that whenever I do have a little bit of a, you know, everyone has them a little bit of a freak out or a bit of like, oh my God, like I can't do it. It's like, but what is the worst that can happen, you know? And I feel like I've been working so hard. It's like, I don't think anything bad could ever come of it. You know, I could trip over, but touch wood, that won't happen. And also you just get back up again and slay.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And what's your performance going to be like in, let's say, 3 words?
Sassy, empowering, party.
That's what we already saw in the video. So I can imagine that it's going to happen on stage. Yeah. And what's the first thing you do when you come off the stage in the finale of Eurovision?
Have a shot of tequila.
I knew it had something to do with drink.
I know, it's so predictable, but honestly, because I'm being quite, you know, healthy, I'm trying to be, and I'm like, so when I get off that stage, I'm gonna need a little like, whoo, especially because I'm last on, so I'm gonna be sat there like.
Okay, I wish you all the luck, Mae Muller. Thanks for talking to you, and good luck over there.
Thank you so much, Bart. Thank you.
Bye bye.
NPO Radio 2.